welcome everybody to Humble All Walks of Life. I am Zach. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Tim, and we have a special guest today. If you don't mind introducing yourself.
What's going on, y'all? My name is D, Curtis Davis. Everybody call me D. Man, I'm just a normal old guy. How y'all doing?
Hey man, welcome. Appreciate you coming into the show, my man. So you doing you got a YouTube channel? You want to shout that out?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and shout
yes,
that
sir.
out. Right you spell it for
my
us.
YouTube channel is either Country Boy D or the Curtis Davis. Man, I do a lot of skits. You know, it's basically country hood skits. Man, it's just, I mean, they ain't right now. We're trying to get started and everything. We got a couple videos up, but if y'all don't mind, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Hey, we're gonna do our best to make y'all laugh.
I appreciate that. We need more comedy in today's world, my man. I appreciate you, D. So,
oh yeah.
So what do you do for a living right now besides your YouTube skits? Is YouTube your full job, or you got something else going on?
No, man. I drift fiber optics, man. For a living for a company down the road, man. We travel a good bit, but 9 times out of 10 we're gonna be home. But if we're not home, that's when, my skits and all that stuff I had to push it to the weekend. So that's why I'm trying to get as much in as possible before we have to go out of town.
Okay.
But
yeah, so he's basically a locator. Is what is his job title. He's a locator and CDL driver for.
Yeah,
he pretty much just picks a box up, sets it down, tells the radio guy or tells the driller what to do, and then goes to the next spot. And then punches out. He don't do nothing else.
I don't touch shit after
that. No, he's got it easy.
9 times out of 10, when we punch out the hole, I'm over there talking to Tim.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's over there bullshitting, playing on the phone, talking to one of us or something else. That's all he does.
That's what's up.
But it's a good skill to have.
Oh yeah. It's a dang good skill to be able to locate. That's besides the driller, that's probably the most important job because you dodging all these cables and all the pipes and all that crap. So I mean,
gas, water, sewage.
So what happens? I'm about to say, what happens if you don't do that shit right? You're gonna, something's gonna mess up. But he just said gas.
Oh, you don't hit something. You hit a gas or a water, or you hit another fiber. You can hit anything, man. Sewer. But I mean, you gonna get a hell of a ass chewing. They gonna get mad at you.
Yeah, I believe.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's part of it. You gotta have money to get in it. To own a drilling company, you gotta have a lot of money because you gonna hit some shit. It ain't cheap to fix.
Yeah.
Is it the equipment you guys are using ain't good enough, or it dies out, or?
Oh yeah, it is. But
or is it operator error? Have you hit anything?
Oh, I hit a lot of shit. I hit some shit. But no, like it's like some things, like some of the locators out there that come and locate your cable or your water, stuff like that. They put they put the flags or the markers where they think it's at. They don't actually hook up to nothing to be accurate about it. So if we're drilling somewhere and we're about 3 feet from it on the other side or something, and we hit it, it's their fault.
Hey, you went out. Your mic went out.
Your mic went out. Can you hear us?
You muted yourself.
Hey.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You muted yourself somehow.
Yeah, hooked to the damn car. My old lady just pulled up, and then it muted.
You all good. You can edit that out, can't you?
Nah, I'm putting in that food.
That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah, roll with it. Anyway, so there's three.
Yeah, like talking about you.
Hey, your old lady pulled up and like, what the heck is this fool listening to?
Yeah. Why call me a bitch?
So anyway, you're 3 foot off the mark. That's their fault.
Yeah, but our boss gonna find a way to he gonna shoot that ass. We gonna get in trouble, you know. And if you one of them guys that constantly hit stuff, is their main thing is potholing. They want you to see it, you know. And we put a locator on it. We see that it's only a foot or so deep. A lot of times people just we'll be under it, whatever, blah blah. Well, that's where I fucked up at. I didn't pothole. I said we'll be under, and I smoked the gas line. I quit the next day.
Dang.
Yeah, it's over. I wasn't listening to that.
Hell no! You hit a gas line, you might as well just hop in the truck, go home.
Yeah, you might as well go on. You don't. Yeah, you be done for a week.
So you should go get
a
job at a different place or what?
Nah, I'm back at the same place.
Oh damn!
I quit. Yeah, I quit my job
They
twice.
took your ass back?
Yeah, hey, me and my boss, we real tight. We ride horses and shit together. So he kind of gives me the benefit of that. But he told me this is the last time, but we're gonna try it again. But
To hit another gas line.
no, hell no, I ain't no hitting nothing because that shit ain't no fun.
So, but I thought it wasn't your fault though because they put the flags.
No, it wasn't, but it was.
He didn't pothole it. He should have. By what he's saying, potholing is you either dig down and find it, or you can take a back, spray down in the ground, and you find how deep it is.
Yeah.
That way, you know how deep it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So if you don't do that and you run like he did and you hit it and it wasn't potholed, then that's his fault.
Yeah, it was a bad day right there. It was the very first. I'm talking about we just got in the neighborhood. Very first drill. We just put the bed in the ground and hit some. I said, "Yep, time to go."
Yep. It happens though. It happens.
Oh,
So other than what we do, working on fiber optics and all that, where'd you start at in life? What made D Curtis? D Curtis.
Well, who is D Curtis?
What made you? Yeah, who is D Curtis? What made you?
All right. So it started, man, when I was younger, man. Probably 5. No, I was in like 3rd grade. So I was however old you are in 3rd grade. But
Hold on,
6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
it's
Like
somewhere around there. We was in the single digits, I think. But I lived in Newton. I lived with my mom and my
Newton is
I lived with
where?
my mama and,
I don't know where Newton's at.
Newton is right. Newton, Mississippi, right down the road from me.
Okay.
You know, I lived there with my mama and my stepdad at the time, you know. Well, it got to a bunch of bull crap. He didn't want me. He didn't want me living with him. He didn't want me staying with him and stuff like that. You know, me and him always got into it. Obviously, he got the better of it. In Mississippi, a lot of, and I don't mean this in no bad way, but a lot of the black women in Mississippi would choose a man over their kids. And that's what happened to me. That's why I became, like, you know, for a while, I was an asshole. I was mean. I didn't know how to love people, stuff like that. So he kicked me out of my mama's house. And me in like the 3rd grade, you know. So I went to go live with my grandma and my grandpa. Lived with them for a couple of years. My grandpa died. So me and my daddy, we was never close. It was either live with my daddy or
And why was
that really was my action.
why wasn't you close with your dad?
Because he was in my dad's in the military, so he was never around. Like he was always, you know,
Deployed, training.
yeah, he was training, just doing all types of stuff. He's in the Marines or whatever. He's still in now. He retired and got back in. But well, he retired and got back in. But anyways, me and him, we was never close. I never really knew who he was. And it's some crazy shit the way that my daddy and my mom, that's not gonna be. We'll talk about that later.
All right.
But so I moved in with him and my stepmom and his 2 kids. Well, living with them, I moved to Virginia. We lived in Virginia for 3 years, and then might have been more than 3 years. Lived in Virginia, moved to Japan. Then we moved back to Virginia, and through that time, I was going to stay with my daddy, then not knowing he was like my daddy like that. It's like in my family, it's very fucking weird. Like I'm a cousin uncle, you know what I mean? Like my little cousin,
I told you were from places they fuck each other's cousins.
No, it ain't nothing like that. No. So
how the fuck? What is a fucking cousin uncle? What the fuck?
Like my cousin, my little cousin.
Is it uncle?
Huh?
Yeah, because I basically helped raise him. So, like my family, if you help, like me helping raise, like my little cousins that basically raised with my auntie, they call me uncle because, she go out party and stuff like that. Me at the age of 12, 13 maybe, help to take care of her kids, you know what I mean? So it was just like, then that, they didn't know what to call me. I ain't your damn daddy. Don't call me that. So the only thing is, call me uncle. So I'm a damn cousin.
Okay.
That's the only way.
Yeah, my niece and nephews call me. They call me. Well, my cousins, my first cousin's kids, they call me uncle. They don't call me cousin.
See, only my cousins' kids call me uncle. You know what I mean? Those are my nieces and my nephews.
Well, your nieces and nephews are through your brother or sister.
Yeah, but we extended, fool. It's like my cousin is my cousin. Like they still in the same tree. You know what I mean? Yeah,
but your first cousin's kids would be your second cousins. They still your cousins.
They're my cousin's kids.
And they call you uncle.
And they call me uncle.
Yeah.
And you're a damn cousin uncle too.
Yeah, that's what I am. My cousins kids call me.
So for example, all my
everybody fucking off.
This is how we see it in like the Spanish community. So my mom has 4 of us, and then my aunt had 4 of her own kids, but they're from the same dad, my grandpa. The only difference between the cousins is we have different
mothers,
dads, and moms. Like, you know what I mean? But we come from the same grandparents, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So basically, the only difference with your cousins
from my mom's side, and I got cousins from my dad's side. So I got 2 sets of cousins, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then all of those cousins, because we're all the cousins, because we're all the first kids from this. You know what I mean? And then all my kids and all their kids would be their cousins. So we're aunts and uncles. We're all aunts and uncles to them. It's not just our direct
tias and
not our just direct siblings. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What they call them when you I'm gonna confuse the hell out of myself. No, I ain't gonna even try it. I'm trying to think, what is it called when you like you got the same mom and daddy? Like biological or something like that?
Biological would be same mom and daddy.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah. All right. That's I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because we all have the same bloodline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So from like my mom's side, we all the same bloodline from the Figueroas, and then from my dad's side, we're the Zacarias. So I have 2 bloodlines in me. You know what I mean? But my cousins all carry one of those traits heavy. You know what I mean?
I got you.
So you can tell there's relation. You know what I mean? And then it gets washed out pretty much with their kids' kids, if that makes sense, because they only be a quarter of what we are.
Hell yeah. So, all right, cool little rabbit hole. Anyways, what you got going back to you? Thought your
right.
ass was getting out of this. Come on.
When we let's say I moved back to Virginia, you know, and growing up, and because I'm from Forest, growing up in Forest, you know, we was always on. You know, I'm from the hood. I'm from the PJ projects. You know, and we grew up from the hood,
I don't
but
know. I don't know where.
we
I
raised
never been
country.
there. What is it? What's it
Forest,
like?
Forest is a gas town.
Forest used to be nice,
Yeah, it's bullshit.
but then said somebody moved in.
Hold up. Let me tell you.
Oh, you was terrorizing the neighborhood. That's what you was doing over there.
No, hell no. Forest ain't never been good. This man here is like, yeah.
It was good when they had the chicken plant there still.
That's all they got is chicken plant. Forest is chicken plant nation. So
Yeah.
everywhere you see them Tyson chicken, it done made its way through the red
Through
country.
Forest.
Okay.
That's right.
They got some, and I tell you, and where I live now, they got some turkey chickens. Them some big ass birds. I'm talking about.
You can grow them about 9 pounds.
That's crazy. In 6 weeks, that just makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
That's
there's
just
there's a
8
breed.
weeks.
There's a breed called the Jersey Giants. They're
Yeah,
actually,
that's what they got chicken.
they're just big ass chickens, dude. And usually, it's kind of disgusting to some people, but it's all the same. But like a rooster is considered, you know, when you go to Sam's Club or Walmart, you know those rotisserie chickens. Those are just even roosters. They just because they never roosted, they never gave them the time to become a rooster. So
Yeah.
that's a good time frame. Anywhere from like 6 to 8 months is a good time to.
Are we
raise a
talking
chicken
about
for meat.
weeks?
Yeah, 6
Yeah,
6 to 7 weeks.
6
Yeah.
to 8 weeks.
And
Not
that's
months.
crazy. Go from that big to damn.
Oh shit! No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I thought my bad. Hold on. Yeah. You said
We
weeks.
talking weeks.
Yeah, you
weeks.
said nah.
8
months,
weeks.
fool.
8 weeks. You can go from a hatchling that's about yay big to anywhere from a 6 to a 9 pound chicken in 8 weeks.
What are you guys feeding?
And
them?
it's still a damn baby. They don't know what they feeding them so much. It damn sound like farm.
They all they do is take leftover chicken and whatever else they put in there,
Yeah.
grind it up into a good feed, and that's what they feed them
Every day. All day, every day.
every day.
Eating and drinking.
Just grinding
Yeah.
up chicken and bones.
Yeah.
It ain't
It's protein. It's not bad. I feed my chickens
All right.
chicken. My chickens eat eggs. My chickens eat chickens, leftover scraps.
Mine eat eggs. I don't know. I ain't never gave a chicken.
I have.
A chicken will eat chicken.
Dude, a chicken
That's
will
why-
eat anything. I give him my chickens burritos.
Yeah, legit.
I literally
A chicken will eat anything.
anything that
a
was
chicken
left
and-
over, dude. It's like a pig.
I got some
Yeah,
pigs out there.
pig.
I got some little pot bellies outside, man. Them some will eat your finger off.
Yeah.
They will eat
You don't-
anything. I seen
don't
one
think
sitting there. Huh?
Go ahead.
Nah, I seen one sitting there just eating their food or whatever, and a bunch of flies come in. They just start eating the flies. But that's just crazy.
And that's why I'm not really a big fan of pork.
See,
Right.
pork don't bother me none because chicken's just as damn nasty as the damn hog. Chicken sit
Yeah.
there, eat shit,
You must have never
sleep.
been in a chicken.
Man.
Yeah, he ain't never been in a chicken house. You go in the chicken house, that'll change your world.
No, I go into my chicken coop.
Yeah. No,
Nah,
this ain't nothing like a chicken coop.
A million birds just out here just in the open, and you'll be like, I'd rather eat a damn pig than a chicken.
Yeah, you gotta go through there and pick up that dead chicken. You go pick him up, your hand just goes through the whole body.
Yeah,
You're
like they turn into dead after a while.
Yeah,
Just getting trampled by other chickens.
yeah. And then they're sitting in there in that ammonia that their shit gives off. You open that damn chicken house door, nothing but ammonia. God, your eyes go to water and snot coming out.
Man,
If you put chicken shit in a
better
pan,
better ventilation.
they got some big fans.
Yeah, you got
And
big
that's not
tunnel house
But
fans in the back.
if you put chicken shit in a big ass pile, right,
it's
and you put
fertilizer.
something down in it, yeah, you put something down in it, it'll burn that shit. It gets so hot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, chicken
That's
shit
That's what.
is very good fertilizer. That's good for like places that's very cold. You know, you put that on top of your plants to keep them alive during the winter.
it ain't
Mm-hmm.
cheap.
No, it ain't cheap. Hell no, it ain't cheap.
I'd be scraping all that shit up and selling it, or I'd be fertilizing my own shit.
So look, when I first got my CDLs, I hope he don't see this, but when I first got my CDLs, I was hauling chicken shit. Every time, you know, I got at the end of my load, I got all that shit out. It always leaves some on the side walls of the trailer. So I go around and I beat on the damn trailer, beat on the sides of the trailer and shit, get it to come down on that wheel that's spinning. I give me a little bucket. I just throw that shit in the truck with me. That truck smelled like dog hell. And I was like, hey, man, we had some chicken shit, fertilize some shit.
Hell yeah. See, with chicken shit, though, a lot of people don't realize is if you take it and do it like on a flower bed or garden or something, you got to add a little water to it to cut it down.
Yeah.
Because chicken shit will burn your plants.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit will burn your plants.
That shit'll burn the hell out of you. Getting it out of them chicken houses, in that trailer, it's already hot, but you putting it in a big aluminum trailer, that shit
it's just cooking it, huh?
Yeah,
that was one of my science fair projects. I took a 55-gallon drum. We took chicken shit, put it in that drum, sealed it off. I think it was around 50-some days. Turn around, and you could light that some bitch. We put a little nozzle on the top of that 55-gallon drum. Open up that valve, you could light it.
Oh, just from the toxic, the fumes.
Yeah.
So, yo, they got people who use that as a source of fuel.
Mm-hmm.
Like in their backyard, dude, they're composting and then they're powering their house with that shit.
Fuck that. So
dude, just trash, like leftover shit. Just like whatever.
What fucking thing you go to that you use chicken shit as a side project?
I think I was actually. I was either.
We know what skin tone they was.
Yeah, that is WPS. You know what that means? A lot of people shit. Cause I ain't
it wasn't private school. It was not private school. I went to. It was either Forest High School or Newton County.
You went to Forest too?
Yeah, I went to Forest. Dude, I went to Forest. You know, what's his Bagley? Bagley's his last name. Jason Bagley. Oh shit! I was
1972.
Ninth grade. I think I was ninth grade. I was the kid that got hit. I don't know.
You don't know what years you went to school?
I don't know what year I was in Forest. I was in 8th or 9th grade. I was in 9th grade. Coach Hamer Morgan was the coach. I was the kid that got hit in the face with a baseball coming out the pitching machine from Drew Evans. I went to school with Drew Evans, Tyler Cox, and all them.
I don't know who those guys are.
I know you don't. He should, if he lived around Forest.
That's how for me.
The Reynolds. You know the Reynolds? Reynolds Dental Practice?
Yeah.
I went to school with all the Reynolds kids. Nathan Reynolds, Kurt Reynolds. Yeah, I went to school with all them.
How old are you?
33.
So you went to school. So you graduated with my kid and everything.
I might have. I didn't graduate from there.
They went to Forest their whole life, so I guarantee you, y'all crossed paths or something.
Yeah, probably. Let me see. I'm trying to think somebody young. Ephraim Ringo. I don't. There's a couple kids from Forest that was younger than me.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyways, we keep getting off on these rabbit holes, man. Get back to what you was saying.
All right. Well, hell. Anyways, graduated. Came back to Mississippi. Me and my daddy, we did G-Haul. So I just, I got on down. Come back to Mississippi. Lived here for a couple of years, man. I didn't want better for myself. I didn't want nothing for myself. I didn't care. All I wanted to do was wake up, smoke, drink, go to sleep, do it again. I'm 27. I just turned 28.
Now, how old were you when you were doing all that shit? You didn't give a shit.
Oh.
You was just
19, 20. Probably been like 20.
And you still living with your dad?
No, I moved in with my aunt.
Okay.
Moved from I left my dad's and moved in with my aunt in the projects in Fall. Well, we all, I decided, I finally decided one day, I wanted better for myself because I was with my son's mom and, we kind of got into it, but she made some valid points, that basically I wasn't shit. So I moved back to Virginia for a week. I got a Greyhound and I left that motherfucker in a hurry. Well, then moved back to Mississippi and ended up having my son. That's when I decided, this was like 2018, I think. Yeah, 2018. I decided 2017 and 2018, one and two. That's when I decided, man, I was like, yes, some shit's gotta change, because I was on a bad path, man. I was gang banging, I was doing some fuck shit.
You're doing what every other young black kid from Forest does.
I was doing. That's crazy.
Being a fuck boy,
Am I lying though?
No, you ain't. Nah. I was thugging it out, man. I was trying to, I'm partying all the time and shit. Well, time goes on. I decided, me and my cousin got into it, man. Like bad that we got into it over a dog, and he told me some shit that stuck with me that's gonna stick with me the rest of my life. I tried to kill my cousin over a dog. Like that's no lie. Like, if he'd hit that dog, I wouldn't be here talking to y'all right now. But it was a dog that turned on me, so it's kind of like some whatever. Well, anyways, he told me before I left. He said, this ain't you. You ain't these same dudes that ain't shit. He said, you are shit. You are the shit. He said, so boss the fuck up. That little conversation right there stuck with me. It stuck with me the rest of my life. And that's when I decided, I gotta do something. Because, obviously, this man got faith in me. And I just tried to, off him. Well, ended up having my middle son a couple years later. And that's just a rabbit hole. I ain't jumping down. Well, then I ended up meeting my old lady. Me and my old lady, man, I tried to, for 2 years, Tim, I tried to get her to talk to me.
I can believe it.
He said, I don't date black guys. Just close your eyes. Well, she still want to hang out with me.
What is
she? Hell, I asked her. She's a white girl.
Okay, you got
it.
Hey, see, Tim, we taking over one white girl at a time, fool.
I see that. I fucking see it.
We're making a comeback, fool.
I'll tell you, one girl's taking over. But
as soon as y'all get that white supremacy card, y'all be made it.
We need that white privilege, fool. What you mean?
That white privilege.
I'll tell you what ain't fucking true. Once you go white, your credit get white. Credit get right,
That's a lie.
See it.
Hell
yeah. I think mine got worse when me and her got together.
Well, yeah, you gotta have the money to spend on them.
See, hell, we didn't have any money. Here's the thing, man. We got a bad habit of forgetting fucking bills. Like, we'll be just sitting there like, all right, well, let's go eat. Let's just like that. Everything, we're fine. The money is in the bank. It's just, we will go a whole 2 months and be like, well, we're supposed to pay something. Just thinking out loud. No. Then we get a fucking letter in the mail. You are 2 months behind on this and that. That's what the fuck it was. You know, we got behind on Wi-Fi, not knowing we had to pay the shit. I figured they cut it off. I mean, just cut the shit off. Don't tell us, hey, you need to pay this fucking bill. I'm gonna call ASAP, you know. But
Right, they
man,
don't do
we
that.
got
They let it accumulate until it gets to a point where you really can't afford it, and then you got to cut it off.
yeah, you got to cut
And,
that
and
shit
then they
off.
want to charge you a $95 reactivation fee. Nah.
Yeah, hell no, you got to cut it off and wait for tax season.
Shit.
I ain't doing that.
Hey, you got taxes back? Shit.
I ain't got taxes back in about 5 years, man.
Man, I didn't even file my taxes this year yet. I'm fucked.
Yeah, you might want to clip that shit out because your ass, they're coming for you.
I know. I just ain't had time. Shit. I need to go do it. Hell, I got 2 1099s, a W-2. I got all kind of shit.
You got to pay them, folks.
You better turbo
Yeah,
tax that shit.
Nah, TurboTax, fuck me. Mm-mm. I ain't doing that
for
shit.
the right fee, anybody will fuck you.
I'm saying for the right
Hey, $5, fool.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit say
$5.
that's his saying. $5.
Yeah, you already know how I feel about that shit.
You know.
Yeah, you're fucked in the head. That's how I know.
Hey, the military made me like that, bro.
All right. So anyway, you had your middle child. You won't go into that.
Well,
where you went from there?
That's a rabbit hole. Yeah. But anyways, well then I met my old lady, you know, and
Took you 2
she
weeks.
finally decided to give me the chance, huh?
You said 2 weeks? Or how long?
2 weeks for what?
Or how long did you say to get her number?
I tried to get her for 2 years.
Oh shit, 2 years.
Yeah. I was with somebody trying to get her.
Jeez.
You know? Yeah, it does. I know that make me sound like a piece of shit, but you know, I wanted that.
It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was at a bar. I went to a bar with my ex old lady and ended up seeing her. We talked, you know, nothing was ever done. She asked me, she said, you gonna save me a dance. You know, I'm thinking, hell yeah, well I'm drunk. You know, I'm forgetting I'm here with my girlfriend at the time, you know. Well, I decided, I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go ask her to dance. I reached and grabbed her hand and then it hit me. You don't want to die here. I was like, yeah, you right. I thought about it because I seen that motherfucker look at me in the back of my head. I thought she was gonna kill me. So time passes on, and me and my ex old lady we split. Well, she decided to hang out with me, and that was the best decision of her life.
Yeah, okay.
Well, anyway, hell, and then man, we got a beautiful little girl, man. We got a little girl, and she's pregnant right now with a little boy. And after that, either they gonna fix me, I'm gonna fix myself. So that being said, yeah.
So they're gonna get them nuts snipped.
If not, I'm gonna start chipping on these motherfuckers a piece at a time. But anyway, I started that with her, man. It's just kind of like one of those deals where you find somebody that supports you, like, you know, like everything I ever threw her way, some off the wall shit that I knew wasn't gonna, you know, do anything. It was never well, that's not gonna work, that's not gonna this, that's not gonna that. You know, it was okay, let's sit down, let's talk about it, let's think about it, let's brainstorm, let's figure out how we can get this shit done.
Let's
figure
it out.
Yeah, it was never a reason why we couldn't do it, you know. So a lot of shit that I never thought I'd be able to do or thought I'd do in life, you know, I've done it with her because of the faith she had. I don't mean to say it like faith, you know, but like
she believed in you.
How much she believed in me. I guess it's so like the faith that she had in me, you know. So when I told her about this YouTube stuff, how I want to start doing clips and I want to start streaming, I want to start doing stuff like that, man, she sat there, she thought about it. she was like, baby, she said, I don't see why you couldn't do it, you know? And that kind of, you know, puts added fuel to the fire, you know, like have somebody, you know, telling me, which I mean, it's not fair. I mean, she laughs at everything I say, but it's the fact that, you know, I can go up to random people, just start having a conversation with them and like just change their whole perspective on how they look at black folks. Just because I had a conversation with somebody and made them laugh. Like they say, that I'm a hard believer in, you know, you don't know what the hell somebody's going through. So I didn't like when I met Tim, you know, I didn't think Tim liked me. I just talk shit to everybody. So what I do, I walk up to him talking shit. Don't know this man from Adam. Like, he could have punched me in my shit. But I just walked up to him talking shit, you know. And after that, man, it was just like we got inseparable, man. It's just like one of the things where I don't know. I'm just one of them guys that I love making people laugh, man, and that's why I decided, you know, after seeing all these people do it, like, and like the thing about Mississippi is, like, you'll tell somebody how you want to, you know, open a business, you want to make something else big, you want to do something to better yourself, but Mississippi is so fucking closed-minded. The first thing gonna come out of their mind is that shit'll never happen. That shit won't work. And my question to them motherfuckers are, how the fuck do you think the people that you look up to, how the fuck do you think they got to where they're doing? So where they're at?
They didn't go off of what everybody else thought. Yeah, that's for damn sure.
So all these, you know, Frank Foster and all them, y'all listen to him, y'all, Frank this, Frank, I believe in Frank this, and that. How the fuck do you think Frank got to where he's at now?
Yeah.
You know, because he had a dream and he chased it. He didn't listen to little minded negative, you know, booty scratchers like y'all. You know, he got on by the business. You know what I mean? So it's just Mississippi's so stuck in their ways, man. It'll make you think like, no, it ain't worth it. And you know, and I've got buddies that said that shit to me. You know, tell me all the time. You know. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna.
Yeah.
That's an unreachable thing. That's an unreachable thing. But it takes one person, it takes one viewer to see something.
Change that motherfucker around.
Your life in the matter of, I'm talking overnight. Like when I first got on TikTok, man, I made a TikTok about my boots. Just some boots my old lady bought. This was an inside joke between me and my old lady. I was never supposed to post that on TikTok. Nothing. I didn't think it was funny. I just sent it to her. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna post something on TikTok. To do it overnight. It's like overnight. It took one person to see that shit, and overnight, boom, my followers started going up, my views started going up, everybody started watching my other videos, liking it and stuff. Well, when I left my company, I went on the railroad. Railroad, they're real strict. You can't have a phone in sight. You know, so there's never a time where I could make videos and stuff, and every time I could do nothing. So I stopped. So now I'm trying to, you know, work my way back up to my followers and all that stuff, you know, but man,
he got all that relaxing time from locating.
Yeah, it was rough.
Hell yeah. See, I tell you what, when I noticed D was all right. That motherfucker, he was talking to one of the guys at work, said something, and he went to go say it. D said, come on, say it. Bust that phone out. I said,
yeah.
I said that motherfucker. D looked at me. I said, yeah, I said it. So what? I don't mean no fucking harm.
Hey, every time he gets to saying some shit, that sound kind of. Well, one day he said, what started off with Tim, and he said some. I can't remember what it was. Something, brother. I said, hold on, fuck, say that again. For my phone, I started recording it.
Hey, I've been playing with this motherfucker Call of Duty since he was in high school. And,
True story.
This motherfucker is the number one person I know who's been the most chat banned ever for the shit he fucking says. It's fucking funny. I'm fucking laughing. You know what I mean? But people, you know.
Like, a lot of people, man, they take that shit to heart. They take that shit too serious.
Bruh, they do, legit. I'm sitting over here fucking around joking, bruh. Like, come on, god dang. If you ain't got the fucking nuts to sit there and joke around and have a conversation that makes you laugh, man, fuck you. That's what I say.
Everything ain't about Like, it's hard
Yeah,
to, especially the people here where we're at. Man, Mississippi, man, it's everybody looking for something new. I tell you, everybody looking for something to go viral.
hmm
They looking to post this white man saying something to ruin his
yeah,
life, but not knowing, But a lot of people are not. I'm not trying to sound like I'm just this big Christian preacher. I'm a good. I'm good in my faith, But I feel like people that's doing that, they're chasing the shit on earth. They're not worried about what's gonna happen after earth. You know what I mean? Like it's just I don't believe in this shit. Like so,
So
and I know I'm
explain.
gonna get a bunch of hate for this,
Nah,
but I don't. Uh,
no,
nah,
I'm
you ain't
telling.
gonna get a bunch of hate.
Yeah, I'm telling.
no, I'm saying for what I'm about to say. I know I'm gonna get a bunch of hate, but I mean it is what it is. I'm a believer in. I'm not a believer in just a. When the Black Lives Matter stuff come out, right?
Yeah,
So I supported it, but I didn't. I supported it to an extent because a black person ain't the only person in this world that matters. And I look at it because and everybody that's looking at it as Black Lives Matter, it's either I can't say that. Everybody that's looking, a lot of people that's looking at it, they're simple minded. They're looking at it as like, it's only this black person, only like if a white person, black person time right now, I want that black man to win because he's a king or a queen or stuff like that. I look at it, man. I got mixed kids. So at the end of the day, it ain't just a black side that matters to me because the white side mattered to me at one point. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that being said, it's just I'm a believer in everybody. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's just I don't
I'm
know.
a
I just
believer in
hate
unity
that.
myself. The problem
Exactly.
is that we try to let go of segregation, and then my generation, I grew up, in a classroom. I'm from San Bernardino, so most of the people in my classroom were uh, black and Mexican. There really wasn't too many
Yeah.
white people. It was a very poor community. So I grew up in the hood, and people back then. We used to play in the street. We used to play football and ride our bikes, and what I'm saying. And we kicked it with the neighborhood kids. We didn't see color. Now the generation before me, they definitely did, dude. Like my uncles, I can say were a little racist. They're always throwing, racial slurs to black people and black people to us. I've been called a beaner a bunch of times, but I've always killed people with kindness, dog. Because I'm like, dude, we're so past that shit. Like people need to grow up out of that shit, dog. Like we're fucking human beings. We're all here. America was founded, what I'm saying, off of rape and pillage. Okay, we're already past that. We're grown. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their little piece now, this and that. Okay, now let's just move on. We're all Americans, dude. The Native Americans,
Yeah.
they got their casinos. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, and it sucks because then, white people be against, black people, and then black people against white people. And then like now they got this whole like unity with like black and brown together against the white people. I'm like, nah, scratch all that shit. Just be people together, bro. Like if you like somebody, I'm a firm believer. I dislike all people all the same. You know what I mean? Like if I see that you're an entitled idiot, then I'm gonna see you as an entitled idiot. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit if you're black, brown, yellow, whatever. I'm Mexican as fuck, fool. I got kids that are mixed. I got little white kids. I got little brown kids. I got little everything kids. You know what I mean? I got 7 kids.
Let's see. The way I was born and raised and taught, my mama was an RN. The way I was born and raised and taught was, if I take this knife right here and I cut myself, what color comes out? Red. If I take and cut his skin out, what color comes out? Red. If I take and cut yours out, what color comes out? Red. It's all humanity. We all bleed red. It don't matter. Skin is nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing about it is, man, every race got some limits. You got some people that just don't care, that ruins it, for the whole race. You can't ruin shit for the whole race. I'm gonna be honest, I believe in racism. I don't like it. It's just something that's just something I don't like. I don't condone it. I don't like when I hear somebody say, yeah, them white folks, this and that, I zone out. I zone out or I walk away. Because at the end of the day, you them white folks, you talking about my old lady and half of my damn kids. You know what I mean? It's just so it really aggravates me. So I'm just man.
Well, you can tell when somebody's joking, and you know what I mean, when somebody's being serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The way I look at it is, like, if I'm joking, you gonna know I'm joking.
Exactly.
But if I'm serious, then you know that person that I'm talking about is truly what I say they are. That's a piece of shit. That motherfucker ain't worth $2 fucking. I wouldn't even spend 50 cents on it. Like, I don't care what you are, who you are, where you've been in life. Everybody's got faults. Everybody's got troubles.
Yeah.
As long as you present yourself in a willing, learning, and a decent manner, I will help you. I don't care. I don't care if it hurts me. I mean, I'm that type of guy. I've seen homeless guys several times, and my wife can attest to it, and I don't like to brag on it. But they're hungry, and me and her sitting there with $20 in the bank, and it's like, well, this fool's hungry. I go spend my $20 to get this man some food. Why? Because I'll figure it out. I don't care. I can figure it out.
Yeah.
But as long as that man ate, I didn't care.
You'll be all right.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Shit, I'll go kill a deer and catch some fish or something. Shit, we'll figure it out. Truck runs out of gas. Hey, I'll call a buddy. Hey, I'm broke right now. I need a ride. I've done that several times.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Hey, man, I appreciate you for that shit, Tim. That's good stuff, man. I love to hear shit like that.
I'm just saying it's not prideful, and it's not not something I'm proud of. No, I can't help it if I see somebody struggling. Them little heartstrings get to pulling, and okay, I gotta help. If I don't help, then maybe on down the road I don't get help that I need, and it's realistically it's not even that. It's something my mom told me when I was younger. You never know if that's Jesus sitting right there that you turned a blind eye to. That could be God sitting right there, looking homeless, looking poor. You never know. That could be an angel. So why not help? Why not help anybody you could throughout your life? Because you never know.
Right. See, I always looked at it as, man, I wouldn't. If I see somebody on something. So one day, we was me and my old lady, we was driving. We seen this homeless woman, and you can tell she was at work. My bad, I apologize. I was at work. And I was working on the railroad right before I come back to working with y'all, Tina. And we was in Meridian. This lady walked past us we was in the company truck, walked past. It's cold. It's probably like 40 degrees outside. We're in the truck with the heat on, getting ready to go to the hotel room. And he's pumping gas in the truck, and I happened to look up and see this woman with a long sleeve shirt. Well, it was like one of them baseball shirts that's top right there.
Yeah.
She had on one of them shirts and some shorts with a blanket wrapped around her and some sandals, and she didn't have no clothes. My buddy, the guy I was working with, asked me, he said, "Baby, where are your clothes at?" She said, "Right here, I got them on." And she kept walking because she felt like he was trying to steal from her. Somebody took her, another homeless person that took her clothes and food and all that stuff, so she's in a bind. So I seen where she was walking, and I thought I wasn't gonna do it. But it's kind of like one of them things where I couldn't control my body. In my head, I'm telling myself, hell no, don't do that because you need these for work. But after thinking, I was like, I can replace this shit. You can't replace that woman. She's sitting over here and freezing there, So go over there to her. I got on coveralls. I'm taking my coveralls off and to her, and I give them to her. And that right there, that lady, her face, it caught her face clarified everything that I had been praying for. The face that she gave me when she looked at me is the same face I seen in my dreams. And the next day, I seen this woman again, and she looked completely different. Like she was getting on her feet. I was like, So I talked to my old lady about it, and she's like, I want nobody but God, because like He'll send signs in in direction in people. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know. It's just that day right there changed me. Like, cause I was on my way to like a bad. I was on my way to just fucking off again, just not being a good godly man that I was, and that right there just was a sign to get your ass back on track.
Right.
Yep. Trials and tribulations.
Yeah. Plenty things can. It's crazy how stuff works. It really is.
Dude, I've been hearing it a lot, man. I've been hearing it a lot lately. I was in the military for a long time, so all I heard was military. That's all the talk we have, But doing this show and just talking to people, learning a little bit about civilian life because I'm still kind of new to it. You know what I mean? But it's crazy. Like, people for real, like, they see signs and they get guided by by shit in real life. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. But I've talked to a lot of people. And, like, I had one guy that told me he would hear music when he knew he was doing bad shit or he was about to do bad shit. He would hear like this tune, but it'd be through like different shit, like through the radio or to the TV or but he would hear this tune and he'd be like, "Oh man, let me correct myself, dude. I'm fucking up." Like, the Lord works in mysterious ways, dog, and you're just another person who just told me, like, you witnessed it, like you were fucking up, and is that what your turning point, like your humbling point?
Yeah,
or where was your humbling point? Like, what made you turn a 360?
My humbling point in my life was when was that little issue with me and my cousin, where I tried to shoot him or whatever over a damn dog.
Yeah.
And when he told me what he told me, that kind of was my turning point in my life to do better and want better for myself. That those words so simple, but ain't nobody in my life ever told me that. Ain't nobody ever in my life ever wanted me to be better. They wanted me to be where I'm at, or just like them working at the chicken plant or doing this or doing that. I've never wanted somebody to want better for myself, better for me. And right now he's doing big things. He got a damn big vendor. He's a big vendor. He cooks all over the world for people.
Oh, nice.
And it's just those words, man. We talk almost every day, man. Ever since then we talk. I'm damn near every day.
So he's more like a mentor to you.
Yeah, that definitely for sure. Because me and him, we was raised by my grandpa, and me and him, we're a lot tighter than all my other cousins, all like his brothers and sisters and stuff, or my brothers and sisters. Me and him, I put it like this, and I don't mean it in that bad way. We're the two successful ones. Damn, we're the two successful ones in our family.
Okay.
So it's just, and that ain't the reason we're so close. Is the fact that that we're the two that decided to break the family curse.
Right. That's a big thing too. Everybody just gets so negative and they just get stuck in their ways.
Exactly.
Or they just follow suit of the parents, whatever. I just wish everybody well. I feel you. But we coming up to that marker. So you got any resources you want to share, or any last words you want to say to the people that are watching your show? This is your series.
Well, man, I got like I said about my thing, I got a lot more stuff coming. Man, like I said, I plan on having everybody, laughing their ass off, man. I just that's my dream, man. I love making people laugh, But I always was told, man, this is for everybody that got that. You got a dream and you got family members or friends that want to tell you, oh, they're going to work and everybody has dreams of being in the NFL, NBA, a professional baseball player, anything. the same people that are in the NFL or basketball and all that stuff, they have the same dream that you had. You just got to have the same work ethic or better than they have. So, I mean, long story short, man, don't cut yourself short because I was always told you can have faith in anything, but faith without works is dead. So, yeah, a lot of faith in the word that shit's gonna happen, but if you ain't acting on it, doing something about it, you just pissing in the wind.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what I gotta say is, man, just chase it, chase the dream. Nothing is unreachable. You know, there's nothing in this world that you can't do. You want to be the president? Hell, Donald Trump got in there. How did he get in there? He had a dream, wanting to be the damn president. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's just you gotta work for it, man. You can't nothing in this world comes free. You can't even beat your meat for free. You gotta pay the water bill. So
That's right.
I mean, you still gotta you got like I said, man, just work for it. Don't give up. Don't be embarrassed about something that you got to dream about because the same person is laughing at you because trying to embarrass you. They got a dream that they want to chase that they scared somebody else to talk about them about. So, I mean, it's just man, it's a lot. I can go on and on and on about people and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna. You're not gonna achieve your goals, buddy, if you don't go for it. Just remember, like. It's stuck with me my whole life since I was little. Faith without works is dead.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah, it's hopeless.
Thank you for those
If you
words.
don't put that first foot forward,
exactly.
you ain't gonna make it.
All right, you got anything, Tim?
Yeah, man. I always remember you can't kill me on Friday.
Yes, sir.
I'm thinking about Tuesday, man.
Tuesday, you good. You can kill me on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, you can severely injure. Thursday, just get me enough to get me off till Friday.
Yeah,
and Friday, you can't kill me.
Oh man.
What you got anything, Zach?
No, I just want to say, D, I appreciate you coming on to the show. Anybody watching right now, appreciate you guys watching this series. If you guys want to come on to the show, go ahead and reach out to us, and we can, get your story on who you are. This is Humboldt, all walks of life. So from anything to everything. So if you want to come on the show, go ahead and give us a holler, and we'll get back at you. Appreciate you, gentlemen, and y'all stay humble.
All right, stay humble.
Thank y'all for having me.